Traveling is a means to success. Do subscribe Travel and Taste channel and like videos. For further videos, stay connected. Top traditional Austrian food and dishes to try when you are in Austria. Austria's landscape is adorned with the snow-crowned Alps, lush green pastures in the countryside, and of course the iconic cityscape of Vienna, Salzburg and other such stunning cities. Speaking of the Austrian food and its culinary scenario, the country will tempt you with its flavoursome delicacies you would want to gorge on. Authentic Austrian cuisine is marked by rich flavours and dominated by meats and carb-dense foods like pastries and breads. So, if you're wondering what to eat in Austria, take a look at all these delightful dishes of Austrian food that will surely tingle your taste buds and help you take a taste of the Austrian culture. Topfentascherl, curd pastry. This is yet another delightful dessert for those with a sweet tooth. Just as delicious as crepes, apple strudel, and Austrian pancakes, Topfentascherl is the traditional sweet and savory dish served alongside almost all Austrian meals in the households, bakeries, local restaurants, and even the Indian restaurants in Salzburg and Vienna. It's essentially a pastry filled with curd and loaded with all types of fruit instead of sugar to make it appetizing and healthy. At the same time, the usual fruits that become a part of this yummy pastry include apricots and banana, but you can add more types of fruits if you're feeling creative and love the blend of fruits and curd. Belegte Brote open sandwiches. While sandwiches are supposed to be enclosed by bread on both ends, thus, sandwich, the Belegte Brote are mini sandwiches that are served open-faced. It's among the most flavorful food to try in Austria owing to its variety of fillings, or other toppings, since the sandwiches are open, and an absolute Austrian classic. There are various places across Austria where you can try these delicious and colorful sandwiches with any choice of beverage, be it tea or beer. Powidltascherl, plum jam turnovers. Powidltascherl are delicious plum jam turnovers that are a delicacy in Austria. It's the best food in Austria that you won't find anywhere outside this country and Germany, and we're not kidding. Though it was initially served in restaurants of Czech Republic, this dish has now become a staple in Austrian kitchens. It's essentially a delicate pastry that is made with a specific kind of potato dough before it is filled with a blend of plum jam, rum, or plum schnapps. For a final touch, it is usually topped with a mix of breadcrumbs, cinnamon, vanilla, dry fruits like walnuts, and butter. It often arrives on the table with melted chocolate, like other famous Austrian dishes. Spargel, leafy goodness. One local delight that we recommend trying if you're visiting in the spring is asparagus. Austria and Vienna offer some of the world's most delicious green and white asparagus, invariably prepared in creative, fresh ways. Spargel is a delightful summer dish served in many restaurants and cafes across Austria. In fact, you'll start noticing this dish appearing in menus across all restaurants here just as the summer season starts to set in. Served with a hearty dollop of butter and a generous sprinkle of lemon, this dish is made with asparagus and is doused in breadcrumbs for that perfect taste. It can also be made as a fresh soup or simply wrapped in prosciutto with a dash of hollandaise sauce. Regardless of how it's made and served, it is one of the most famous Austrian traditional foods served in Austria in summer. Mondseer, cheesy affair. Mondseer is a type of Austrian cheese that is prepared from pasteurized milk obtained from cows. Mondseer originates from the town of Mondseer, thus giving it its name. This semi-hard cheese is of pale yellow color with its rind washed. The texture of the cheese is open, creamy, smooth, and firm, and has a strong aroma. The cheese is infused with red cultures and salt water, giving it a sweet and spicy flavor. Martinigans, savory snack. Martinigans is a type of stuffed goose that is widely prepared across Austria as a traditional food on the occasion of St. Martin's Day. Although there are many variations of this food in Austria, typically it is stuffed with chestnuts and dried plums before it is roasted. You may also put some gravy on the stuffed goose, which is prepared as a combination of pan drippings and stock. Fiakergulasch, appetizing dish. A variation of the traditional Viennese goulash, Fiakergulasch is an Austria food made of diced beef prepared in sauce of onions, garlic, water, tomato, vinegar, bay leaves, and more. This dish is usually served with a variety of garnishes and accompaniments such as fried Wiener sausage, fan-cut pickled gherkins, bread dumplings, and sunny-side-up eggs. This dish is popular as a hangover remedy, and you will find this Austria food across cafes being served in the mornings. Kardinalschnitte, potently delicious. Kardinalschnitte is a layered dessert which is meringue-based, and is really common in the city of Vienna. The colors of the dessert, white and gold, are synonymous with the colors of Catholic Church. The name of the dessert loosely translates to cardinal slices, and is sure to excite your taste buds. The dessert consists of thick cream on the interior, and interlaced walls of cornmeal butter. Topped with coffee flavor and fresh berries, this dessert is best tasted with a glass of sweet wine. Sachertorte, sweet retreat. Who doesn't love desserts? Head to any bakery serving traditional Austrian food and try the local dessert Sachertorte, which will make you fall in love with Austrian food for sure. Moreover, Austria has a long history of making some of the finest desserts in the world, and you shouldn't miss out on the experience of tasting each one of them. Other than Sachertorte, don't forget to try other desserts like Ecstatic, Rehrucken, and Topfentascherl. Brettljause, amazing snack. Sticking to the meaning of its name, in which Jause means a snack between meals and Brettl is a wooden board on which it is served, Brettljause is a delicious Austrian snack that you must try. A basic Brettljause dish contains bread, meat, pickled vegetables, and spreads. There are different versions of this dish available in Austria, for which will you have to explore the country a little. Buchteln, ecstatic dessert. Austrian food has many Bohemian influences, and the Buchteln is one such dish that has become a part of the Austrian everyday food. Buchteln is a delicious baked food with sweet fillings of jam, ground poppy or sweet curds. The soft buns have a browned crunchy top and are airy and spongy inside due to the yeast bread. They are often served as a dessert topped with vanilla sauce or simply sugared on top. This is one of the famous Austrian desserts you must try. Kaiserschmarrn flavor palate. Kaiserschmarrn is literally a meal fit for the kings. The name of the dish is Kaiser, meaning king, and Schmarrn meaning shred. The dish is basically fluffy shredded pancakes. The sweet dish if served as a dessert or even as a meal on its own. The pancakes are shredded into small pieces and topped with jams, sweet sauces, fruit compotes and caramelized dry fruits. The dish, developed in the 19th century, has since become a part of traditional Austrian food. Potato goulash, tasty treat. The hearty and spicy goulash, although originally from Hungary, has been a long-standing part of the Austrian food culture. The goulash is a hot soupy stew and comes in many variants as soups usually go. One of the most popular Austrian dishes that is also found in homes across Austria is the potato goulash. Made up of vegetables like potatoes, onions, bell pepper and sausages, it is seasoned with hot paprika. A bowl of goulash tastes best with a side of toasted bread and works as the best Austrian breakfast. Käsespätzle, cheesy delight. Nothing warms up your stomach like a cheesy bowl of macaroni and cheese. And those living and holidaying up in the mountains of Austria will vouch for the famous Austrian food, Käsespätzle, that is Austria's answer to mac and cheese. The Spätzle is essentially a soft egg noodle and found in different shapes and varieties and look like little nuggets. The Käsespätzle comes with a generous helping of cheese and goes well with a nice wine. This is one of the best things to eat in Austria. Tiroler Gröstl, tradition inspired. The Tiroler Gröstl is comfort food at its best. Among the most common traditional Austrian food in Vienna, it is more common in the Austrian Alps. The rich dish is also simple and is a pan-fried dish of potato, chopped beef or pork with lots of butter and onion. Often topped with a fried egg, it's a must-try for someone fancying classic Austrian foods. Generally it is called as Gröstl, while this variant particularly belongs to the ski resort region of Tyrol. Tafelspitz, boiled beef. Tafelspitz is a typical Austrian food that is found as a main course in many restaurants across the country. A classic dish, it is made up of beef boiled in a broth of vegetables and spices. The beef is then served with minced apples and horseradish or sour cream with chives. The hearty meal is filling and has rustic beginnings. The name itself refers to a cut of the beef and will mean different things in a food market and a restaurant. Knödel, flavorful dumpling. World over, various cuisines have their own form of dumplings, and Knödel is the form of dumpling that is popular all across Eastern Europe. In fact, it is even served at many Michelin-rated restaurants in the world owing to its classic taste. The Austrians too have adopted the Knödel and made it their own. Counted among the best Austrian foods and Austrian snacks, the Knödel can be both sweet and savory. The savory Knödel are served as a side dish or even as meatballs in soup, while the best of sweet Knödel is a variety made up of plums. Vienna sausage, Austrian authenticity. The Vienna sausage is bound to feature in your search for authentic Austrian food. Eastern European cuisine is dominated by the use of meats, and the sausage is one of the favorite foods of Austrians. This type of sausage is parboiled, made of pork and beef and then smoked at low temperatures. It is then used in main dishes or simply fried and served in a hot bun. It is one of the top Austrian foods and hence you must try while on your next trip to Austria. Wiener Schnitzel, fried delight. If there is one dish that is synonymous with Austrian cooking, it is the Schnitzel. Known as the Wiener Schnitzel or the Vienna Schnitzel, it is counted among the Austrian national food dishes. It is a yummy fried delight and is served with a side of fried potatoes and sour cream and onions. You can find this dish right from street food stalls to high-end restaurants. Similar to fish and chips, the Schnitzel is often had at casual lunches. This is a traditional Austrian food. Viennese Apfelstrudel, Austrian national food. The Germans may argue that the strudel belongs to them, but Austria has wholeheartedly taken to the sweet crusty Apfelstrudel, which is counted among their national foods. The Apfelstrudel is a flaky pastry that is lined with apple filling and qualifies as vegetarian Austrian food, while the restaurants in Germany also serve a different version. The filling itself is spiced with cinnamon, sugar and added with raisins. The smell of Apfelstrudel right out of the oven can make any foodie go weak in the knees. You can also find it commonly as it's a beloved Austrian street food and is easily available for a bite anytime. This is amongst the most popular Austrian cuisine. Instruction before eat: check food is halal or haram. To subscribe Travel and Taste channel and like videos. For further videos, stay connected.